en nom de tota la universitat. Gràcies.
Hello, hackers! Are you ready? I can hear you, I said. Well, I hear you a bit, but are you ready? Whoa!
How many people there, Felix?
Yes, did we really invite all of them?
Yes, we did. Well, welcome to the 5th edition of HackUPC.
The organization team couldn't be more excited. What it's about to happen, it's going to be amazing. Well, that's why you're here, right?
Of course, from more than 34 countries and from more than 168 universities.
Okay. People from the UK, make some noise!
People from Russia, make some noise!
People from Germany, make some noise!
And someone from here, make some noise!
Okay, people from Antarctica, make some noise!
And Felix.
Sorry.
Felix. Okay, newbies and hackers who have attended hackathons before, we only have one thing to say to you. Enjoy!
And that's why HackUPC is here. During the next 36 hours, you will live a full creative and team working environment. What it's about to happen, it's amazing. You will meet a lot of people, learn new technologies, and develop your own idea.
We want you to live a lifetime experience. So, we have all the ingredients prepared, and now all we need is you.
Without you, the sponsors and the staff team, this wouldn't be possible, so thank you very much.
Well, special thanks to our university, UPC, to the Barcelona School of Informatics, and to the FIS that have given their support edition after edition. So thank you very much for your work.
And now, with all of you, the Dean of the Polytechnical University of Catalonia, Francesc Torres. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to UPC to celebrate one of the most powerful hackathons in Europe. This is because we are joining the most powerful hackers in Europe. All of you. Very powerful because it's organized by many volunteers from our universities. Students who are willing to work hard to make everything work, to go everything smooth. Thanks to all of them. They have really pushed me very hard to have the paella in place. So I hope you enjoy the paella these days. Growing up is not only studying. We need also to have some fun. That is why you are here, to have some fun. We need to be able to meet the new technological challenges, not only from the educational side of the university, but also from the creative and more participative side. This is where HackUPC comes in. Young people smiling, young hackers smiling, what else? What else we need? I would like to thank about 700 participants from many different countries who are taking part, and I would like to encourage all of the hackers to take a look to our website and, of course, enjoy our facilities. To encourage you to form part of the UPC community, and I hope you have a very good weekend. full of good proposal, and as you say, green it, hack it, ship it. Welcome. Enjoy Barcelona. Enjoy Hackathon.
Well, this event is also viable thanks to our amazing sponsors. HackUPC wouldn't be possible without them.
So, first of all, with a very interesting challenge and a very interesting prize, InfoJob.
Hello, good afternoon. I can already feel a very special energy here in the room. I think you're going to have a lot of fun, so enjoy all the moment of this weekend. So we are InfoJobs. We are very, very happy to be sponsor of this event. Let me tell you who we are. We are the Spanish leading job board in Spain. So basically what we do is that we help job seekers to find a job and we help companies to find talent. We are marketers, we recruiters and candidates. And I'm going to tell you why I like to do product at InfoJobs. I'm the product director. I'm in a team of 70 people between devs, UX, data, and product owners. And I love doing product at InfoJobs because we do product at scale and we do a big impact. We do product at scale because we have 2 million active users every month. It's not the same to make a product for 100 people or thousands of people than for millions. It's much more exciting to do a product for millions of people. And on the other side of the marketplace, 7 of the 10 of the job ads who are published on internet are published on InfoJobs, which means that last year we had like 2.6 million job ads published on InfoJobs. And the best of all is that last year we had like more than 1.5 million people who found a job thanks to our platform, and this year we will have even more people than 1.5 million. So that's why we have a big challenge for you guys. It's very important to find a job. Finding a job is not exactly like buying shoes or buying a trip to Paris. Finding a job is something that's going to be very important in your life. You're going to spend like 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. You're going to meet friends. Maybe you're going to meet your partner. You're going to have a lot of fun, or you're going to have a lot of frustration. So finding a job is something very important. And there is one sector which is becoming harder and harder, which is IT. And I think that it's a good quote today because we want to know how InfoJobs has to be for you guys, for IT people. If you are young, if you are like, 22 years old, you are currently studying, in 6 months' time, you will be ready to get your first job. How do you think it's going to happen? What do you think you should do, or what do you think should happen in order for you to get this first job? Or if you are 35 years old, maybe you're like senior Android developer, you like your job, but maybe there is another job who can pay you like 20,000 euros more. What do you think is going to happen? Do you want to receive a lot of emails and being a lot of spam, or do you want to look actively, or what do you want to do? That's what we are asking you. How should be a job platform for people like you today and like you in the future? So you can do whatever you want. You can improve the CV registration. Maybe there is no CV anymore. Maybe there is no job ad anymore. Maybe there is better search, better everything. Maybe you can break everything. That's a bit the message here. You can break everything. You can be thinking out of the box and do something completely different. We have a great API, which is ready for you. We have a quite nice developer site, well documented, with a lot of information. We will have some of our senior developers who are going to give you support remotely all the time, all the night, I think, even at 3 o'clock in the morning. So do not hesitate to ask them for some more advice. And most important, we will give you a Nintendo Switch for the winner of the InfoJobs Challenge. And wait a minute, that's not only one. There will be one by each member of the team. So up to 4 members, there will be 4 Nintendo Switch. to win for the InfoJob Challenge. So, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you on Sunday for the pitch competition. Amazon's global initiative to help students and educators. IWS Educates.
Hello everyone, my name is Miguel and I'm the Head of Solutions Architecture for Spain, Portugal and Israel at Amazon Web Services. So what do we do at Amazon? Everybody knows Amazon, right? The leading shop. Well, Amazon Web Services is a little bit different. So Amazon basically created an infrastructure to host the retail website, and in the year 2006 they decided to create another company called Amazon Web Services, which at that point was just basically creating small services for developers and startups, and today is the one of the biggest clouds that you can find anywhere. You might think that our name is Amazon Web Services, not Amazon Cloud. What are we going to propose you? Basically, to do a challenge based on our services. Today, we have more than 125 different services, from the most basic infrastructure to services that are basically PaaS. So you can use our services without deploying virtual machines. We have many customers, millions of customers actually. Here you might find some logos of startups and enterprise customers using AWS. It's not there, but Tinder is using AWS, and I know all of you might be using Tinder. We also have educational and public sector customers also running on the cloud. And what we want you today is to create an application based on our serverless stack. Serverless is a new kind of technology, which is, instead of deploying servers, you basically create small pieces of code that get run based on triggers. And we want you to create a solution that can help cities based on serverless development. So we have a great serverless portfolio of different services: compute, storage, databases, gateways, messaging, analytics, and you can put all of those services together to build a complete solution. Okay, so think about something that could improve your city, and then you can come and talk to us. Basically, you have to register on the AWS website to get an AWS login, and then you have to register on AWS Educate to get credits to run the challenge. And that's all that we have for you. Then also, jobs. There's a huge demand for cloud jobs today. And we have a shortage of skills of people who come out of university with cloud knowledge. So if you want to learn cloud and you want to be, as InfoJobs was saying, getting hired, we can help you. We also have a hiring team here with us today. And if you come over to our booth, you will be able to meet them. So that's all from our side. If you choose our challenge, you will win some Amazon Echoes as the first prize. The second and third runner-ups will get some Amazon Echo Dots. And the fourth team will get $25 vouchers to spend on the Amazon website. And that's all from my side. Thank you very much. Now, with all of us, they have been here with us from the first edition. Everest.
Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Maria Lopez, and I swear it's a real name. And I just flew all the way here from the London headquarters in the United Kingdom. I'm one of the digital experience leaders. So, who in the room knows Everest from before? Okay, throw the balls. Okay, you guys are getting balls? For those who don't know us,
Okay, stop it. We'll get more if you answer later. So, for those who don't know us, we are a multinational consulting firm with presence in over 16 countries and over 21K employees. And I'm sure you can Google all of this data, so I'm not going to bore you with the actual facts. What I need to tell you is the important thing, and the important thing is related to you more than it is related to Everest. So, who in the room has been, I don't know, doing things related to technology, coding, developing games, building computers for over 5 years? There you go. Over 10 years. Over 15 years. Over 20. Okay, that's the real point here. What we do at Everest and what happens with us is that we are technophiles. We like technology. We like to bring the best solution possible to the troubles and the problems that people face in their real lives. We want to be able to change the world, and that's why we need to be disruptive. That's why we need to love technology, and that's why channels matter. Which is why our challenge for the night, for the hackathon, is to bring a solution for accessibility problems, for social problems, and for all the problems that different people have in the world through voice assistance. And the only thing that's left for me to do is to challenge those who have the balls to come and join our challenge.
Thank you. And this time, a leading technology consulting in its sector. Welcome, Itekia.
Okay. Good evening to everyone. It's our second year here, and we are very happy to challenge you again this year with a new challenge, which is a real-time whiteboard. But before I go to the details, I would like to have a few words about us. We are Itekia. We provide custom software development services. We are really passionate about building software. You see this. We love building great software. This is our internal slogan. We see it every day, and this is what is most important for us. So we are based here in Barcelona, this nice city. So for those of you that are not from this city, this is a good option for you. But what's the challenge? We need your help, because our team need to draw online and to share in real time our drawings. So we need you build an online website with a whiteboard, and people should be able to collaborate, creating lines, text, erasing it, whatever, but all the changes should be spread in real time, okay? This is a sample we produced in only 4 hours. 4 hours, you have 36. You can do this and the enhancements we have thought about. Take a photo here, please. Here you have an URL, HackUPC18.itekia.com. Here you have details. We have as well a table in the venue with our team that will kindly help you with all the details of the challenge. And yes, something else. This is our prize for the winner team. Okay? It has nothing to do with Amazon. We didn't know. Okay? Well, nothing else for me to say. Enjoy a lot, and we hope you join our challenge. Thank you. So, hello. Have you seen the arcade machine over there in the venue? This is from Open Trends.
Hello to everyone. My name is Ferran Rebel. I work in Open Trends as an Android architect. We'll talk about the challenge, but first I want to talk about our company. So, OpenTrends. OpenTrends is a company that connects design with technology to build the best solution for our clients and fix their problems. We are more than 200 people in Barcelona, Madrid, Silicon Valley, and Kerala. And one thing that makes us different is our talent management. So we are not just hiring people for their tech skills. If not, we are hiring for people that they want to learn, they want to improve, and be involved in the projects in our company. Now, let's talk about the challenge. So, every day more people are looking for answers in the internet. For example, I want to ask what is the best diet for me, or how can I lose weight, or how can I improve my running. Like I say, the slide is better ask Google than go to a doctor appointment. So our challenge is about health. So what we want is a solution for health. So what we're asking is that you focus on health, okay, and you build an app. It doesn't matter if it's a mobile app, it's a web app, it's a backend app, or it's a plus if you use Internet of Things, or artificial intelligence, or something that create an app, okay? But focus in healthcare. And also tonight we have a workshop, 11:30. And in 30 minutes we'll try to build a Google Assistant app that will be a doctor that will try to fix your hangover. So join us at 11:30, and what everybody is waiting, the prizes. So for the winning team, we will give one Google Home for each member of the team. So be creative and have fun this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. And now you can see the consultancy and advanced software services company. I think you can see.
Hello everyone for this beautiful introduction, but you spoiled my first slide. So let's get to the second one, yeah? So we are the company university, more or less 150 engineers from here. So we would like to have the university, hello team, to transfer the advanced knowledge to the society and of the companies. So no more information for this, but we have 4 lines of working. You have it here, so it's blah, blah, blah. So we do anything university needs, but we thought that there is a project that when we had so many people here, that you have been or are or will be one of the 9 important clients, your students. So our challenge is related to you, because we want to improve the life of the students through the university. So depending on what technology you use, no restrictions at all, you can do anything you want, whatever, it would help. We want to improve the HackUPC students' digital experience. We want you to design our hosted web of apps and resources that help us to make that difference in the relationship between the university and the students. So we encourage you to go talk about us, and if you are the best of it, you can win these prizes. So thank you very much and enjoy the weekend. Okay. Now, the travel tech company Skyscanner. Hi everyone. I'll get through the boring part because you care about getting started for actually hacking and what our challenge is. So my name is Christopher Panther. I put a bunch of logos there just to compensate for my lack of memes. If you want help from me or any Skyscanner member, you can reach us at the Skyscanner channel or me specifically at Skyscanner Cape Antic. We have a range of expertise that can help you out throughout these days. So who we are, we're basically a travel search engine, but our ultimate goal is to make travel booking as easy as it is today to buy a book online. So from the beginning of Skyscanner, our founder Gareth basically had a problem to solve. He wanted to go skiing. He wanted to find what the best flights were with his family and friends. So he basically decided with his friends Bellamy and never mind, to build a script that did a bunch of crawling and put everything in an Excel file, and then decided to build a website above that served what was in a huge Excel file. And from that, Skyscanner grew, and it kept on growing, and we've continuously kept on growing. We've had continuous growth for the last bunch of years. We had double-digit growth for 7 continuous years, and we're up to 60 million monthly visitors right now. So one thing that's really important about Skyscanner is we're a technology company first and foremost. Half of our team is engineers, and about half of our spending is actually focused on tech. This is actually very similar to companies like LinkedIn and Facebook, whereas other players in the online travel field spend around 4 to 12% of their money on tech. This makes a huge difference inside the company, and we try to keep a very startup-friendly environment. We organize ourselves in small teams of development to get things moving very quickly. So what do we bring to the event? We're going to give you guys access as of whenever you want through the Skyscanner Slack channel to our APIs. You can use flights, hotels, and car hire. And the challenge for you guys is to basically get very creative. The most creative use of our API will win a 75-euro travel voucher for every member of the team. And just go wild. Do whatever you want. Use us as backup to see what you can do with our APIs and what we can actually offer you. So obviously it's important. If you guys are looking for an internship or graduate role, we're always recruiting. We're always hiring in several offices. So just reach out to us on our booth or use the Skyscanner channel on Slack to get more information. Thanks.
Well, so now let me introduce our main sponsor, Soprasteria.
So, good evening, everybody. I'm forced to introduce a little bit my company. You're like I'm a marketing guy, so I'm going to cut the bullshit fast. So, before I talk to that about that, Soprasteria is a IT consultancy born in France. We are over 50,000 employees all over the world, and we help our customers to implement, develop, or migrate any kind of technology, mainly software. And we're trying to lead the digital transformation in Europe. So yeah, let's talk about the important things, what really matters. This is our challenge we're presenting you today. And you know the fake news, they've been around quite a lot in the last couple of years. So we think it would be great if we all together try to find some solution or some ways to can lead to a solution for that. So our suggestion is that, we propose to build any kind of tool. You can think about a website, a bot in Twitter, or any kind of extension or plugin for a Chrome, for example, that will help the user. And it doesn't, it's very easy, it can be used by not a tech user, so any kind of public user, in order to understand if the news or the social media he's consuming, it is fake or is it real. Our challenge, the minimum thing we ask you to do is kind of out of new to get a score from 0 to 10, meaning 0 is completely fake and 10 is completely real, if that's impossible. So this will be our evaluation points. Tomorrow around lunchtime we'll have a workshop. We'll be introducing you to the NLP, Natural Language Processing.
and we'll help you with some of the things to accomplish here. We give you, for example, a text scraper, but if you want to develop your own, let's say, for example, you want to take some RSS feed from news or something like that, feel free to do it. Whatever team does it, so we count them. And well, then we'll check with some of our backup news, which we know which one are fake and which one are not. We'll check your solutions and we'll see which one works better. The third point is nice to have, but it would be good to be able to have as much granularity on the news as possible. One thing is to tell that the whole news is 5, for example. Another thing is to individually fact check the different sentences or paragraphs. So that would be a point also for you. Then you can think any kind of extras if you want to process voices, or you want to have some integration with some news feeds or whatever. So it's up to you guys. And of course, the last one, so the most original solution will also have some extra points. And of all teams that participate, the first one will get a Google Home for each participants. And yeah, we'll be at our server architectures will help you on the challenge. And if you have any other doubt about the company, so just go there and ask the marketing people. Okay, thank you.
Our next sponsor is Service Zurich, a technology delivery center, part of the Zurich Insurance Group.
This is Alfredo, and that is Esther. They both work for Zurich Insurance at the Technology Delivery Center right here in Barcelona. Like typical millennials, they love to keep track of the latest technology and the gadgets. They love to stay connected with their friends, no matter where they are, no matter when it is. Now let's rewind to a not so typical day when they're both on the road and how they met. Whoa, stop. I'm sorry, but this is not a romantic way they met. But seriously? Texting when you're moving? Yeah. Calling with your friends when you're moving and taking a selfie when you're driving? Who can relate to it? I know I can. We millennials, unfortunately, don't have a very good reputation as safe drivers. We eat, we drink, we text, we call our friends behind the wheels. But that distracts us from the road. But is it really true? We challenge you to find out yourself. We provide you with data, lots of data. We prepared anonymous 1,000 plus millennial drivers' driving history for over 1 year. And we know exactly where they started the engine, where they hit the acceleration, where they brake, and where they parked the car. And on top of that, we have also, with our partner S3, we have also prepared the SDKs and APIs that can help you visualize all this driving data, so we also know what happens along the road. We know along the road, are the millennials going to a restaurant? Are they near a club? You find out. So our challenge is that you analyze this data, help us understand better how millennials really drive, and use these insights to come up with a solution or a service or an app to protect millennials on the roof. For that, we prepare a short video.
Where are you going? How do you plan to get there? Millennials on the move. Research shows millennials are distracted drivers. They text, they talk, they eat and drink. If you are a millennial and you agree, We challenge you to use research insights and develop innovative tools to help them find the best route and be prepared for the road ahead.
So, thank you. So come to our booth at Building A6 Level P2. We can get you the data you need. And what are you waiting for? Let us help you win the challenge. Thank you very much.
Now, 5 to 1 to more than 150 destinations dwelling. Hi everybody, thanks to the organizers for letting us to be part of this fantastic event. It's a very big pleasure for me to be here today presenting because I got my degree here in this university 17 years ago, so just a few years. So today I'm very happy to see all of you. I'm the IT director of Vueling Airlines. Maybe some of you know Vueling, that it's a low-cost airline. That probably most of you don't know is that Vueling Airlines is a very technological company. So myself, as the IT director, I'm the main person in charge of providing technology to the company. And for that, I have a very big team, more than 400 professionals, more than 250 developers, all of them best class developers, so a lot of talent. So today I'm looking here a lot of talent, and hopefully most of you, maybe some of you, will be part of the team. So I hope that. I'll be quick because I have just 2 minutes. Just letting you know that we took some stuff here to let you take a rest. It will be a very hard event, so I hope they will be helpful for you. And in addition to that, some of our developers will be here giving you support. And finally, the rewards for all the members of the first winner team, we will give a round-trip ticket, so a flight for any destination for Vueling in the next 6 months for your choice. So good luck and have a good event.
And now, they have already supported us the last 2 editions, and here they are, forwards.
Hello Barcelona. It's super exciting to be here. I'm Edward Maura, software engineer in ThoughtWorks, and I was last year seated right there. Last year I was attending to HackUPC, so that's why it's really important for me. So, what is ThoughtWorks, by the way? So we are a consulting company. We have a 3 pillars model. We want to run a sustainable business because we want to earn money, that's a fact. But we also care about the software we create. We want to create a great software. And the most important part of it, we want to create and passionately advocate social and economic justice. We care about people. So, as I said, we are a software consultancy. We create software. We are creating the movement of Agile in the world. And my colleague Julia is going to explain you about the challenge we bring here for you. Thank you.
Thank you. I already have the microphone. We are very excited because it was in the audience last year. Now he's presenting as thank you, as a sponsor, so you can imagine how excited we are. So this is a snapshot of today. We are in 36 offices all around the world. The Spanish one is the newest one. We have one in Barcelona, one in Madrid, but we are an American company that has been around for 25 years, mostly known for the Agile methodology. So there are a lot of things I could tell you about ThoughtWorks, the reason why we love so much working in this office in Barcelona, but 3 minutes are not enough. So I just invite you to come in our stand in the next day. We will be like 20 people, 20 developers there, ready to help you and telling you about our off life. Diverse is our background. and our environment. We won Best Company for Women in Tech in the last 3 years. We are very proud of building such a diverse environment here in Spain, and we have the 50% women in junior developers. And yeah, I'm a recruiter. I forgot to introduce myself, actually. I'm Julia. I'm the graduate recruiter in Software Spain. So if you are interested in entering in Softwares, you can reach me. I'll be here all the weekend for you. We're looking for developers that like to be in challenge, that like to learn about different languages, they are passionate, and they care about social economic justice as much as we do. This is the most important things. And our challenge. So we call our challenge Code What Matters, because, yes, thank you. You want to think about something that really cares for you and you're interested about, something related with your community, and just build something that could be useful, something that is very close to your heart. It's the same thing that we do every day here in Barcelona. And this is our prices. You can choose between a 3D printer or a Telodrome for each member of the team. Thank you. I guess you really like the prices. Oh, Lily, he wants to take a selfie. Do you mind?
Can we take a selfie?
Sorry. Woo! Is this already? I'm already.
I don't know.
Nice. Thank you so much. Now stop learning.
Now, with all of us, Bloomberg. Hi, everyone. So, we're excited to be here again, one more year. With Bloomberg, we're financial, I just had to say one thing and I got it wrong, great. We're a software company. We do financial software. We basically provide transparency to the financial markets. That is, we bring data to the professionals of the financial industry. You may have heard of the Bloomberg television channel. This is only the top of the iceberg. It's not the core of our business. Our business is mainly on the product that we call the terminal. Is what you see there on the background. It's like a platform of different apps that give you all the data that you may need to perform your transactions, to do your analysis, research, or whatever you do in the financial industry. We have some numbers here, 300,000 terminal users, more than that, and all over the world, and it's a global service that is running 24/7. We also have some of the products like enterprise product trading system that I'm not going to get into detail because after 12 sponsor talks, you probably all want to go hacking now. So some stats here, just to get an idea of the data that we manage: 80,000 news wire sources, 1 million news stories index, and 60 billion market ticks every day. You can imagine that is a lot of data. I would say this is a lot of data. For example, last week, the market volatility was very high, so the market went crazy. This number is actually 140 billion market ticks now. To put it into perspective, we're comparing with Twitter here, so you can see the average of tweets per second at the peak. You see how many ticks per second we manage at Bloomberg. We have over 5,000 engineers now all over the world. We're coming from London, the two of us here. So we do lots of things in software. Whatever you like to do, probably we have a team doing it. We have also one of the world's largest JavaScript code bases. These are some of the technologies that we work with, just as an example. And to some of these, we also contribute back because they are open source, most of the ones that I showed there. We also involve the community in hackathons like this. We partner with MLH, Startup Labs, Hack Train, we organize meetups and so on. And now the bit that is important to you, we're here to help, so we'll be mentoring Christina, my colleague, and myself, Ivan. We have a prize for the best technology. So this is the project that most impresses us for the use of technology. There are no requirements. You don't need to do anything special. Just build something cool and you get it. Easy peasy.
We're also hiring. We have full-time positions, placements, summer internships, if you're still a student, or you recently graduated, or you're about to graduate, we have a graduate program as well. Check out the link or come talk to us. We're on Slack as well, #Bloomberg. And that's it for me. Have fun.
And now, coming from Barcelona, it's Cypher turn.
Hello, hackers. How are you doing? Hi, I'm Nicholas. I'm from Typeform. Very excited to be here. I think this is my fourth HackUPC, but first time with Typeform. They're the founders of the HackUPC somewhere here, some of the old teams. There's a new team. Really excited to see what you've built here. And so we have different things for you. How many of you know about Typeform? A few hands. Thanks. If you don't know about this, you have used it when you applied for HackUPC. When I think that was the main thing. When you apply for HackUPC, you use a Typeform. We do nice, good-looking data view collection forms and surveys. We have also APIs, and we have awesome challenges for you. The idea of our tool is to make the forms as you know them extinct. I don't know if you remember how you filled this application, but it didn't look like a form, right? It looked like something more fun, something more conversational, something totally different. That's what we do. I feel like you haven't done anything while you were listening to the sponsors, and now it's time to get out your phone, look on this URL, and have a small experience. Basically, I'm just asking questions, and I can't run the code here. I was planning to run the code, but I wanted to showcase how we can use Typeform to build some real-time experiences. So as you're filling this form, at the end, you'll be redirected to a web page, and you should see some results and some nice graphs. I'm not a mobile designer, so it might not look as responsive as I wanted, but the code is over there. The idea is like you're going to use webhooks, and from these webhooks, you're going to create some nice graphs. What I mean by this is that you can use Typeform in all your project as the first step into the project. You just use this, you make a nice visualization, people enter data, and then you do something with this data. We're used by many companies around the world, among the biggest ones, but the main thing, we're based in Barcelona, sunny Barcelona, but not on HackUPC weekend. Usually in HackUPC weekend is always raining. There's kind of a tradition around this. But otherwise, it's very sunny. Look at this picture. And I mean, I live in San Francisco. Usually that's what I see in San Francisco. We also have an office in San Francisco, which is a foggy town. If you want to learn about our APIs, this is our APIs. We have webhook APIs, as I say, to move the data from Typeform to somewhere else. We have APIs to create forms on the fly, and we have APIs to embed a Typeform in your app. So you have plenty of tools to work with. We have I do tonight an API 101 workshop. How many people here are attending their first hackathon? Quite a few. So if you don't know about APIs, and I'm very happy to see you here, you're doing the right thing. If you don't know about APIs, come here. I will try to walk you through what's an API and how you can get started. I'm not going to talk only about our APIs, but we're going to see some interesting stuff. Those are supposed to be variable. I think it's at midnight in one room somewhere, but you will see that on the live. One thing to mention, if you don't know what to hack on, you can look at HackToberfest. HackToberfest is happening during the month of October, and you get some free shirts, some free swag. You just open pull requests on open source software, and you're making a world a better place by contributing to open source. We have some specific projects as well for that. All right, have fun. Looks like I never done that, sorry. You think I'm going to leave you without a prize? I'm sorry. We are giving away, for the best usage of a Typeform APIs, we're giving away some SNES, Nintendo SNES Classic. So you get to play the game you never played where you didn't exist because you weren't there. Now, solving conflicts since 2008, GitHub. Okay, cool. All right, how you doing? Yeah, so we're from GitHub, well, kind of. And yeah, we're not going to be given any challenges for this hackathon, unfortunately. We're just going to give free stuff. GitHub Education there's some numbers about things that we've done, but it's all centered around students. Here's like another marketing slide of colors. Yeah, basically we have a whole lot of free stuff that we give to you as students. The biggest thing that we have is the student developer pack. So this is just like a thing that you can go to this URL and fill it out, and it will just give you like a whole lot of stuff for free. Pretty cool. You should go and check it out if you haven't already signed up. Also, if you're a student, you can go there and verify your email address, like your student email, and GitHub will just give you like unlimited free repos for free while you're a student. And actually, I graduated and they still didn't take it away from me, so don't tell anyone. And also, we really want to see more hackathons. We think they're fantastic things. And so if you think HackUPC is a great event and you want to set one up in your own school, there's a grant of $1,000 to go and set it up. Also, there is Campus Experts, which is a program for a community for helping you in your community. That's a confusing thing to say. Basically, it's a support network of people who can help you do amazing events, amazing hackathons in your own campus. You can sign up and do the training. There's not a link. Oh well. But if you become a campus expert, then you can like request swag and sponsorship for things. Also, GitHub have internships in San Francisco. There's like 5 of them left, literally, as of when I checked earlier. So go and check out if you want them. Also, you can like get other stuff from GitHub. Also, we have one last thing. When our benevolent overlord Joe sent us to do this presentation, we didn't actually realize, and then he was like, "Oh, I really don't know why I sent you." So we have to take a picture in front of this, and we have someone over here who's going to take a picture, just to be like, "We did it! I swear!" Like. Nice. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Go check it out. Thank you.
Well, finally, but not less important, thanks to BSC for the opportunity for their tours. Offer for the free access to the API during the weekend, and thanks to Tech Domains for getting the chance to get a free Tech Domain. See all the instructions in Slack.
Apart from our sponsors, we also have some partners. This year we have Indian Red Bull for drinks, Treat Rabbit, Sanoya, and Leo Boek for food, and a new incorporation, Artiac.
Well. Each edition, we are really amazed for all the cool stuff you can build in only 36 hours. So we really want you to reward all the effort. So all the projects that have been submitted on Sunday on that post will be candidates to the free prizes of HackUPC.
Apart from that, for the third prize, we'll have an Arduino Robo Kit and 30 euros for Amazon gift card.
Confirm. For the second prize, we will give Potency Drone, the T35.
And finally, for the first prize, come on, do drums. a 3D printer, the Enid AA.
Well, this year we want you to help with your project, okay? So we will provide you
Pizza!
well. Okay. I meant HackUPC, okay?
But free pizza, Marina. Come on, everyone loves pizza. Who loves pizza? Who loves pineapple pizza?
Okay, Felix, whatever. We will provide you our in-house lab, so be prepared. This is the list of our hardware. This year, 3D printers, Raspberry 3D kits, Arduino kits, Leap Motion, MyAlarm, and Google Home Mini. Check our complete list of hardware lab in myhackupc.com, where you can reserve it.
Are you fed up of consuming so many plastic buckets and being harmful for the planet? This edition, HackUPC brings a new system of water distribution and water bottles to be super ecological. Although they are totally customizable, you can write down the name into identifying a new ecologic friend. And from now on, you can live and take showers calmly.
Oh, do you have showers?
Of course, and everybody can use them.
Please, 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 please. Remember that personal care is really important, okay?
We know that hackathons are not only hacking all the time, so we have prepared a lot of activities. First of all, we will have the Slasher Karaoke at 85001, Nerf Gun Battle at 84101. And this year, we will introduce the Rubik Torment at 85002.
And oops, no. We hope you're better. If you haven't eaten yet, we see you today at 10:30 at the 84002. Don't miss it. Well, our sponsors have presented you their challenges, but they have also prepared some great introductory talks for you. In order to not miss them, check the next list. GitHub, InfoJobs, HackUPC, Itekia, Everest, OpenTrends, AWS Educate, Typhoon, Skyscanner, Wally, Salisbury, Southeast Area, and HackUPC.
You can check the whole list and the place in live.hackupc.com. Don't miss anything. If you want to connect to the internet to check Stack Overflow or the meaning of DNA, whatever, use our Wi-Fi HackUPC 2018 as password DNA 2018.
Now discover the new HackUPC cafeteria. There you can relax, drink coffee or tea, play some games, and much more while meeting people.
well. Moreover, our team prepared category you. It is always so. It will be in front of a building. Don't miss it.
This year, the hacking area will be the first and second floor buildings A5 and A6, and the first floor, of A4.
Sleeping area. The first floor and the second of A3 are all reserved for sleeping. Also, the second floor of A4. The schedule is from today night to Sunday at the morning at 8. Okay. And moreover, we will provide you 8 mattresses. Okay. Not the one ones. Our was in A3.
This area will be in front of A5 and A6.
If you have any doubts, you want to acquire the requested hardware, or you want to leave your baggage, come visit us in the A5 middle floor. There will be always organizers or volunteers.
You can check out the spaces in this website, maps.hackupc.com.
And if you don't want to lose anything, use Slack, not just Live. Check the announcements channel and you will be tuned.
The hacking time this year, like all the past years, will be from today at 9 p.m. until Sunday at 9 a.m. 36 hours, obviously.
Are you sad or desperate because your project doesn't work? Don't worry. In our mentors website, you can ask for help and they'll try to help you as much as possible.
This year, the judging will be in the A3 first and second floor and the A4 second floor. For the judging process, first of all, you have to post your project in that post, then check Slack for where you have to demo it, and finally, demo your project. Remember, we don't allow using slides. And also remember, those who have travel reimbursement, we only will give the travel reimbursement if you demo a project.
Okay, now it's time to get a little serious. We want to provide all of you the best experience, the best weekend you can imagine. But for that, we have to follow the code of conduct. And we have to be nice to each other. As a reminder, alcoholic drinks and drugs are not allowed.
Yeah, we want this to be okay, to be...
Massive cyber attack from the hacker group, the Blackjacks, hits nearly 60 countries around the world. Security experts warn about damages of the attack and say that the effects may be irreversible.
Okay, we're coming to the end of the opening ceremony. I just want to ask you one thing. Are you ready for HackUPC? Are you ready for HackUPC?
We didn't hear you!
So, dream it, hack it, and ship it!